Most intraday strategies look good when markets are trending, but the real test is when markets are unstable, noisy, and directionless. That's where most systems break. This is Castlegate's SkewEdge Intraday Reversal strategy. It's up 17% this year while the market is down 11%. And this is live. This strategy was built specifically for that environment, and over the last few months, it's been running live across clients with consistent performance. Let me show you exactly what's happening. I am Kaushal, founder of Wizzer and Castlegate Capital. Wizzer is an AI trading and coding terminal that brings the entire institutional trading framework to active traders, helping them operate like a one-man hedge fund. At Castlegate, a lot of our work starts with simple market observations. One thing we kept noticing was this: stocks that move too aggressively in one direction intraday rarely sustain that move, especially when that move is driven by short-term positioning rather than structural information. That imbalance, that one-sided behavior, is where opportunity starts to show up. The question was, can you systematically identify those imbalances and act on them in real time? Before getting into the research, let me simplify what this strategy is really doing. At its core, this is an intraday mean reversion system. It's designed to identify stocks where price behavior has become temporarily imbalanced, either stretched too far up or too far down, and then capture the move back toward normal. But it doesn't assume every extreme will reverse. Instead, it does two things. First, it finds where imbalance exists using cross-sectional signals, and second, it waits for confirmation that the move is actually turning using intraday data. So the strategy is not predicting reversals, it's reacting to them in a structured, repeatable way. That idea led us into three areas of research. First, skewness in returns. Instead of just looking at returns, we focused on how asymmetric those returns are, because skewness captures when behavior becomes one-sided. Second, change direction in time series, because knowing what to trade is not enough. Timing matters more in intraday systems. And third, technical conditioning, not as a signal, but as a filter, to focus only on names where short-term movement is already meaningful. Together, this gave us a structured framework to build on. The strategy is built as a multi-stage system. It doesn't jump into trades, it filters, ranks, waits, and then executes. We start with a universe of liquid NSE stocks, then apply a momentum-based filter to narrow down names that are actively moving. On this filtered set, we compute intraday, skewness, and rank stocks cross-sectionally. Stocks with extreme positive skew implies short candidates. Stocks with extreme negative skew implies long candidates. At this point, we know where the imbalance exists, but we still don't enter, because without timing, even the right idea can fail intraday. This is where the core edge comes in. Once candidates are identified, the system waits for intraday confirmation. We use a Bayesian change point detection model running on 5-minute data. What it does is continuously evaluate whether the underlying return behavior has shifted. Only when that shift aligns with the expected reversal, the trade is triggered, so the structure becomes very clear. Skewness tells us where to look. Change direction tells us when to act. That separation is what makes the system robust. Once a trade is active, everything is rule-driven. Fixed capital per position, maximum 6 open trades, hard stop loss around 1%, profit targets based on recent volatility, pattern-based exits if momentum breaks, and all positions are closed before market close. So the system is constantly cycling capital through short duration trades, typically 15 to 60 minutes, no overnight exposure. Now coming to what matters, live performance. From January 1st to March 25th, the strategy is up roughly 17 to 18%. Over the same period, the Nifty 50 is down around 11 to 12%. That difference is important, because this isn't just positive returns, it's performance in a weak market. Looking deeper, around 400 trades executed, 47% win rate, Sharp around 3, Sortino 6, max drawdown approximately 8%. So the system is not built to win more often, it's built to manage risk tightly and extract value from short-term inefficiencies. Every Castlegate strategy comes with complete documentation. Its structure, logic, and parameters are fully detailed in the strategy document, which you can easily access by clicking the link in the description. If you look closely at the equity curve, it's not smooth. There are flat phases, short drawdowns, and then recovery. That's exactly how a real intraday system behaves. It reflects actual execution, real market friction, and live conditions. What's interesting is why this is working right now. We're in a market where direction is uncertain, intraday volatility is elevated, stock level dispersion is high that creates frequent short-term imbalances, and this strategy is built specifically to capture those. If you'd like to build and backtest your own models, click the link in the description and sign up on Wizzer today. Have questions or need help getting started? Connect with us on WhatsApp or set up a session with our team through the Google Meet link in the description below.
Wizzer, one-man hedge fund.